Namaskara to all of my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. I'm Pallavi reading interesting stories for you. Today I'm reading The Golden Swan, taken from the book Jataka Tells. Now let's go to the story. There was a small temple in a village. The priest of the temple was very honest and kind person. He used to perform the religious ceremonies or rites of the poor free of charge. Sometimes he would donate some part of temple collections to the poor people. Due to his good reputation, the temple collections were handsome. The name of the priest was Janardhan. The priest had his own family, his wife and two children. Only a small part of the collections was used by the family to live on. They were not very rich but were a happy lot. The members of the family love and care for each other. There was a complete peace in the family. One day, a tragedy struck the family. The priest made sudden death due to heart attack. The wife was widow and the children were orphaned. The priest had left no legacy behind. Neither the family had any extra source of income. The family fell on bad days. The people too stopped donating to the temple after the death of the priest. The widow and her children live on few coins donated by some kind souls. The parents of the widow were themselves very poor who could not provide any help. The widow herself knew no craft. This made the matters worse. They often starved. On the other side, the priest took rebirth in the form of swan belonging to a flock who swam in the holy lake Mansarovar in Tibet. The swans of this flock had golden wings and fleece. Only true, kind, and honest persons in the previous life were born as these swans. These swans lived on milk and honey of the water plants which grew in that lake. The ex-Janardhan swan told the king the story of his previous life. The king remarked, "Only a lucky few remember about their previous life. If you are so worried about your earlier life and family, go and visit them. I give you permission." The swan thanked the king and flew in the direction of his ex-village's land. After hours of flying, he reached the village and landed on the roof of the building adjoining the temple. The swan looked down and was deeply shocked at the condition of his widow and children. The children in dirty rags were wallowing in dust and demanding food. Their mother in torn sari was cursing and wailing. "Where from shall I give you food, rascals? I am myself starving. Your father left nothing for us. Who shall I beg from?" The swan landed down and said, "Now don't worry, I have come." The kids and the widow looked at the golden swan, surprised. They understood nothing. The swan revealed I was the praised Janardhan in my previous life, your husband, woman, and your father, children. I took rebirth in this golden swan form. I am pain at your condition. You will no more be poor and helpless. I will give you a golden feather each time I visit you. Sell it and change your fate. The widow and children were very pleased. Their joy knew no bounds. While departing, the swan dropped down a golden feather. The days of the poor family changed. Now it was on road to prosperity. First came the home essentials. The debts were paid off and the rich food items were bought. The children got pretty clothes to wear. Each time the swan came, the family became richer by golden feather. Within a few months, the widow purchased a big mansion. She wore expensive saris and got herself loads of gold jewelry. She lived like a queen, and the kids were virtual princess or the princess. A lot of servants were employed. The widow hired a maid specially to look after her royal needs. Meanwhile, the king of swans asked the express swan to cut down on his visits and then stop it. The swan advised his widow, "Dear woman, spend carefully. I won't be coming after a few more visits." Then, on one visit, the swan informed that his next visit would be the last. The widow was very worried. If the swan would not come, then there will be no more golden feathers. How would she carry on the life of luxury? Her maid was also very worried. She got a fabulous salary. If the swan didn't come, she would lose her job eventually. So she said to the widow, "Mistress, if the swan does not come, it would be a great loss to you. You shall again become poor and miserable. So the next time the swan comes, you should sage it and pluck all the golden feathers it has. It will be a heap of gold, nothing to worry forever. Maybe you can marry again. You still look a beauty." The widow got thinking. The maid added, "Don't think much. The swan was your husband in previous birth. Now he is merely a bird for us." The greed won. The next time, when the swan paid his last visit, the widow put up an act saying, "Master, this is your last visit. Ah, do come near me. Let me have last look at you, please." As soon as the swan went close to the widow, she grabbed him and started pulling out the feathers. The swan cried, "What are you doing, you evil woman? You are hurting me." The greedy woman ignored his cries. She pulled out every simple feather, whether the swan groaned in agony. When she was finished, the swan was breathing his last. He cursed, "Greedy woman, you killed me and ruined yourself. The feathers remain golden only when I give them of my own will. Otherwise, they turn into ordinary feathers. Watch for yourself." Oh, the widow watched. The feathers had turned into ordinary white swan feathers. Now, children, the moral of the story is the greed is a curse. Do you like the story? Then comment in the box and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.